right back to the Bronze Age and before. And I know, practicing bards now, I've done. I mean, to be a bard, you have to be able to download poetry from the gods, and then
Are you going to invite them to Troy? That's my question.
Well, of course, that's the point of the idea of a
That's
peace
the
conference in
point,
Troy.
yes.
Invite the bards from all cultures in East and West
Okay.
to make up peace poems together, so that we can
That
create a
would be
new
fun, huh?
civilization. That would be fun. And also, can I just say, Troy is the most incredibly beautiful place. Has anyone else been there?
No.
So it's raised up high on a hill overlooking the Hellespont, so you can see the waters of the Aegean, where they come into a narrow channel, which then flows on through to the Black Sea.
Yes.
It actually guards that passageway, and that's why it was built there. Because for trading, it's incredibly important, the traffic passing through, since prehistoric times. And when I went to the National Museum of Turkey, that's where they've got all the stuff they found in Troy, in a huge gallery. And it's all the different levels of Troy, from even thousands BC. The one that we think Homer wrote about was 1250 BC. And since I'm an archaeologist, I wanted to look at all the details, keep notes. So I think these are three beautiful gods we've got here. They're very harmonic together. And can I end with a poem, since we were talking about bards and stuff? Any questions before I do? Any final comments on our gods? I think if only we could get these gods all working together, holding hands, with their respective followers.
Well, it sounds like the Finnish bards will have to start singing their songs on the borders to Russia.
Thank you. I've been thinking about how can one use non-violence against Russia. Instead of arming and weapons and we'll send more tanks to the border and all that. How about if we had 1,000 Finnish poets and bards started singing on the borders?
Have you been thinking about that?
I was thinking about getting the Ukrainian bards to do it, but let's do it with Finland, because there's a huge border between Finland and Russia, and even Norway's got a border with Russia.
Yep.
How about the European bards all come out and do our peace songs to
I
Russia?
think you should activate them, yes.
That's a good idea, isn't it?
But I
Yes.
mean, I didn't know that. Okay, I was in Paris 2 days ago, and I met the trained opera singer of France, who was trained in Venice in Italy.
Right.
And he was talking to me the whole evening
A bloke,
about
like
Finland.
a Pavarotti. He's talking about Finland.
Yes, all the good singers in Finland,
Oh, okay.
and the symphonies in Finland. And I think he mixed me up for being Finnish instead of Norwegian. But he kept on talking about all the great singers of opera, or what can I say?
Finland.
In Finland.
He must have had a couple of glasses of champagne, I suppose. Yeah, that's what it does.
The weird thing is that that's not the first thing that pops up in your mind when you talk about Finns.
The opera singers,
opera
no.
singers and stuff.
No,
I mean, Sibelius, yes. I mean, they have a
Sibelius,
classical
yeah.
Jean
tradition.
Sibelius is
Yeah.
one thing, but it sort
No,
of
but
stops there.
but I'm saying there is but this.
Maybe we can get the
I
opera
didn't even
singers
know
to
that
join
they
the
had
bardic.
bards in Finland as a god, like this. I didn't know that this is existing.
Well, you've learned some things here at the
So-
Philosophy Club. It's
Philosophy
excellent.
Club,
There
yeah.
must be a reason you
So I'm
came
just
down
saying
from
that
Paris.
maybe my French opera
Could
singer
help.
in Paris can
Oh.
help to reach out to the Finnish bards, because I don't know a
Excellent.
single one.
Had
Yeah.
to go to the central France to learn about our neighbors up north.
Yeah.
Good.
So what about Bergen?
Well, Bergen has this annual festival, doesn't it, of music and
music festival.
the arts. So,
And we got Edvard Grieg.
Oh yes.
Basically, where I came from in Bergen, I noticed that sign up there, Paradise.
yes.
I lived in Paradise in Bergen for
Is it a-
25 years.
Is it a part of Bergen called Paradise?
Paradise.
Yes,
Yeah.
Paradis, yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
And that's where I lived, and we lived about, as a crow flies, 500 yards from Trollhaugen, which was Edvard Grieg's home.
Okay. I didn't know he was from Bergen.
Yeah, I was.
What I do know is they have this wonderful music festival, and you know, this would be very much something the Delphic Academy can organise, to get bards, musicians, poets from every European country, and sort of direct their energies for peace towards Russia, to kind of balance out all the weapons that have been built. And also in Ireland, there are many bards, I've met them there, and that's what they want, because they want to be neutral. But I believe in active neutrality,
Well,
active
then
peace.
I think you have to write a new letter to Ireland.
Prime
The
Minister.
idea is more precise. It's the bards to come and sing.
Well, okay. I just need a couple more secretaries because I'm busy. You know, my time is very full up. But you know, send me a few secretaries from Bergen and get to work. But I'll do what I can, right?
It could also
Okay.
be the bards from Venice and Italy.
Thank you. Okay, so tell me a number between 637 and Julie, you choose up
I
to
know, I
737.
I passed to
Okay.
Jan.
Yeah, 637 to 737.
682.
682. Okay,
Choice.
fine.
Absolutely.
So this is my fifth volume of poems. I wrote these between 2010 and 2012. 682, did you say?
Yeah.
Ah, very appropriate. It's called Poets Here Have. Poets here have come up, grown up with the vine, tough and horny, their gnarled roots like satires, so you'd mistake them for pagan priests. But their calls are all of the sea. Their hearts are full of the singing of the conch, round and elliptical as the moon's voyages, and as hard to explain as infinity. This is the heart of a true poet, subtle and indefinable as the sound of the moon as it passes. Yet those with a child's eye can still stare up in wonder.
Thank you.
I love that poem. 682.
682.
Excellent. Okay.
Second.
Thank you. We'll finish there.
Thank you.